keeping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it, blinding my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
All right, Coach, it's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A first down throw from Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Alert! Let's put that team on the bus. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Check three.
Hey, alert 33. Point it right. Hey, zoom.
Now Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hey, alert! Hey, Haywood!
Let's go, baby! Mike 5! Let's go!
On 2nd and a yard, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. It's caught by OBJ. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They got another first down.
Hurry!
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Regular.
Mike 5! Got you!
They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Blue 18!
Blue dead! Motion! Reset!
And he'll find Hall. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the 24, Mariota. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
15's the mic. I got 15. Watch QB drop. Check 4.
They'll run on first down. McFarland. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 44, Mariota. They'll roll him out right. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 2nd down now, McFarland, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. third down. Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing, Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
180.
Tackles.
Real.
He's checking.
Pistol.
Crash.
Go.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
3 down.
Mayfield looks to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, seam 6.
Mayfield now. Got a man. It's Brown. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mike check 33.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. This is caught. It's Cooks. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
King. Hey, nice set.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
One.
Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right? Hey, pick your game up. Right, fellas, right. Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 16. Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Mike 15. Mike 15. Squeeze, double.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And he can't get away. Mariota goes down, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Point it right. Hey, Echo.
Mike 5. You don't want
I got you.
To throw, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry. Hey, exit. Regular. I got you.
Mayfield to throw it. Man open left side is Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Alert.
The first carry for the former Hawkeye, Akram Wadley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
44 to Mike. 44.
Hurry.
It's been a long day for you.
Hey, alert 33. Buzz.
Here's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Alert, 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 alert. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Run, run, run. Smooth.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
King, 180.
Mike, check 33.
Hey, wahoo.
Hey, check Mike 33.
King.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Back.
Check nickel.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2.
No.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Come to my work. Mike 19. You ain't doing nothing today. Mike 19.
Final play of the half here. Mariota. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Third and short yardage. Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hurry!
Working out of the gun. Mayfield flushed out right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike, 44.
Hey, orbit.
44 is the Mike. 44 is the Mike. Yeah, let's get set.
Let's go. My time.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike's 15. Mike's 15.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. Safarian Jenkins has it. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
180. Regular. All day. Tight dog. Tight. Zoom. Mike 5. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Mike 5.
Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 3.
180. Alert. Mike 5. Hey, Haywood. I'm going back to you. Mike 5. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Fire's the mic. I got you, boy. I got you.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield eluding the press. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter down in Arizona. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're really rolling. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
We own it.
On first down, McFarland, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 40-yard line.
Ready. Let's get off the field, D.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jannard Avery. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll run on first down. Brown. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Boy 33. Hey, Delta. Fires the mic. You can't block me.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Mark 5. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Go.
Lucky.
Hurry.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Real. You got tight. I got it.
Play fake. Mayfield. Shakes off the sack. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Hey, Charlie. Mike, check 33. 33.
Now Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
C6.
Mayfield on 1st down. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Mariota now. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Throwing, Mariota, flush to his right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And give him a gain of 37. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I got 15. Check.
2nd and 9. Mariota. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right?
On 3rd down, Mariota. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires, and this Browns defense stands tall. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm here all day.
They run the counter. It's Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
6, pull it high.
Check 15. Check.
Run. Hey, alert 33. Regular. Hey. High 7.
Mayfield looks to throw. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake the... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
You don't want it. Watch the edge. Quick the edge.
My God.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you'd always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Mayfield down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Switch. Like 15.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Now Landry. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere across the league, 4th quarter action in Los Angeles. And that lead there for the Rams is extended. They just scored again. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now it's Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Browns, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no